of the people be. This is the ordination of Judah. If you read all the ordinations of the various tribes, you will find out that rulership was bequeathed to Judah as part of the parameters of the destiny of Judah. Judah is supposed to be the one that has the ordination to produce the kings. And that's why, because of these utterances that Jacob had issued, that's why there's no contest. There's okay, your tribal man was king this time, let our own tribal man. No. It's by ordination. And this man was able to pick the ordination of the tribe of Judah, and it was established that it will be from the loins of Judah that the kings will emerge. Now, this is God's position about Judah. However, once upon a time, in the life of this man called Judah, unfortunately for him, he was sexually loose and he committed incest. He slept with his son's wife. Even though he has the ordination to be the one to produce the kings, this scepter that is supposed to be the crown of the tribe of Judah, because of that incest, what we call negative inheritance. I'll explain that. Because of the incest, there was something that has been included into the lineage of Judah because of the lack of discipline of their ancestor. They were supposed to bear the scepter, but from the time that man committed incest, the scepter was suspended from Judah for 10 generations. That's what we call negative inheritance. You are not the one that committed the incest, but you are just a victim of something that is trapped in the bloodline. We also call this the sins of the bloodline. The reason why I don't want to rush into teaching this subject is so that I can take time to show you that it is something that we need to deal with. The sins of the bloodline. The way God designed us. He designed us in the natural, consistent with genealogies and family trees. And the context of your family tree is very, very consistent with the apparatus that is found therein that has the capacity to either move the hand of God or move the hand of Satan. Now, even though Judah had a very enviable destiny among his brothers, he I don't know what got him into that mess. But what he did to his genealogy, unknown to him, by that one act of sexual exploration, was that he threw the possibilities of his descendants into doubt. And for 10 generations, the scepter that is the crown of that lineage was suspended. We call it bloodline iniquity. I will take some time to build my case on this matter. Are you with me? Now, if you count from this time and you count in the family tree, you will see that Israel began to demand for a king in the 9th generation. And according to the stipulation of the justice system of heaven, the way God felt that iniquity will be purged will require 10 generations wherein that scepter is suspended. But in the 9th generation, Israel began to request for a king. And God obliged them. But you see, the tribe of Benjamin, from whence Saul came, did not have the stature to bear the grace of kingship. That means that by ordination, there is nothing about kingship that was spoken about Benjamin. And Benjamin was going to fail in that role because they had no grace from God to fill that role. Saul, even though he was the giant of Israel, he was a failed project on arrival because what he was trying to do was not captured in his ordination.